Hey guys, Matt Sayers here, and today I'm back with Bailey, who can't be bothered to show up today.
Oh, I had to do some stuff, I told you.
Yeah, you don't need to talk about that, you just need to be in shame of not showing up.
Aw,
Nah, it's fine, Bailey. You're not in trouble with me. At least not for
yeah,
now.
what's
Just be careful next time you show up.
I'll have to. You're
Huh?
always manhandling me. I'm always careful because every time I show up, you man.
But you like it.
No, I do not. I do not like the man train.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Anyway, let's get the awkward tension out of the way and get started on episode number 5.
Who's reading it, me or you?
Who wants to read them?
Flip a coin.
No, I'm reading it. So, episode 5, we start off with the camera going back and forth, and it's actually on like the pendulum of the clock. It's like a snorri cam sort of thing.
Yeah.
And Ray tells Norman he's crazy for thinking that he's a rat. It's like, but Norman lays out the proof that he has that Ray is the rat, because he actually told Don and Gilda different things than what he told Ray.
Yeah, it's pretty
And
clever of Norman. He's covering all these bases.
yeah, it's like the the rope bait was for Ray, because if Ray told either of the points, he would have known. Yeah, we get a bit of a crazy laugh from Ray. And he
But it
admits to being
reminds
the
me of
spy.
Light's laugh in Death Note.
What?
It reminds me of Light's laugh in Death Note.
Just as crazy,
Yeah,
but it's a younger child this time.
yeah.
So yeah, we find out that Norman suspected he was the spy since Sister Crone showed up. That was like in the timeline. That's like a
The
week.
end of episode 2, I think it was.
Yeah, it was like within a week, because like all this stuff has like taken. Oh no, all the stuff in the first 4 episodes was like the first 3 episodes was like the first few days after they found out the truth, and then 4 and 5 is like 29th and 30th. Uh, so like to understand why Ray was doing this, we actually find out he is a good person.
He's a good boy.
He's a good person. He's actually known for a long time as well.
Yeah. And so, he figured, okay, I might as well just use it to my advantage then.
Yeah, so Norman's like, okay, you can stay a part of this escape plan because you're not actually against us. You're working for us by being the informant. It's like The Departed.
The Departed, what's that?
It's a movie where there's a corrupt police officer and they're trying to find out who the rat is.
Okay.
But in this situation, they've already found the rat and he's a good guy.
Yeah.
So there's 3 conditions for Ray staying on the escape attempt. 1, he has to guarantee Emma and himself safety. 2, he
Reveal all the information he has.
yeah.
Free, become a triple agent.
Well, technically, it's not really a triple agent, is
Yeah,
it?
triple agent is like you work for someone, but then go
No,
on to the
he
person because you know what double agent is, right?
double agent. He's already a double agent because he's going against Mama by working with her.
Yeah, but then
But
he goes with them, so he becomes a triple agent.
no, it's still a double agent because he his original intention was to help them in the first place. So it's still technically he's still a double agent. He was
Uh,
everything he was doing earlier, like before Emma and Norman even knew, was for Emma and Norman.
yeah, a triple agent, I got it up here, is a spy who pretends to be a double agent for one side, while they are truly a double agent for the other side. So he's a triple agent.
No,
I just read it. A
no,
triple
but
agent is a
he's not going
spy.
against Emma and Norman. His original intention was to help Emma and Norman escape.
Yeah, that's what a triple agent is, who pretends to be a double agent for one side, while they are truthfully a double agent for the other side. So Ray is pretending to be a double agent for Mama Isabel, while he is truly a double agent for Emma and Norman.
Ah, okay.
That's what triple agent means.
Yeah.
So boom, triple agent right there.
So yeah, Ray's agreement, like Ray's deal with Isabella, I'll just refer to her as Isabella from now on because
Okay.
it's like referring to her as Mama Isabella is like nah.
I think
It
it's hot.
huh?
What?
What?
I didn't say nothing. Continue.
Did you say hot?
Hot? I meant not.
But yeah,
Please
so yeah, the
continue.
two things Ray asked for was not to be shipped out for food until his 12th birthday, and to get rewards if he gives results.
And one
And
of those rewards is the pocket watch he has.
yeah, we also find out that the tracking devices can be nullified. And so Ray makes a deal with Norman saying he'll reveal all the information that Isabella has uh, if Norman tricks Emma and does not take everyone in the escape.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ray is going to Isabella now and lying to her, and and saying that Norman and Emma are still focused on Tag. They're like nothing suspicious.
Yeah. Well, technically, it's not true. I mean, it's not a lie. They're still
Yeah,
focused training with tag.
yeah, that's the whole point.
We
It's
need to get Eye of the Tiger dubbed over the training scene when the kids are playing tag.
don't mind what I'm drinking, by the way, audience. It's
It's the Eye of the Tiger. Alright,
so yeah. Norman doesn't tell Emma that Ray is the spy though.
yeah,
Like she does find out later, I think.
yeah, later on. But before that happens, Norman has a nightmare, and in it, like all the
Oh
kids
yeah,
are going
in
to
the
a
same
cave,
scene, yeah, Ray shows up and tells Emma anyway.
and then they die, and then the next scene is Norman and Emma are in the woods, and Norman was planning to not tell Emma that Ray's a spy, but Ray shows up and tells Emma,
He's like,
and she's
by
shocked
the
at
way, I'm
first.
a spy for you guys.
Yeah, but she gets over it real quick. And Emma asks Ray if he's ever sacrificed children to save himself, but he doesn't answer, leaving it ambiguous. Like maybe he did, like maybe he
Hmm.
didn't.
I
And
don't
then you see
think
like
he
Emma,
did it intentionally.
yeah,
It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't situation.
Yeah. And I like when Emma holds his hand and she's squeezing it really hard. And you see like her face kind of goes like for the first time you see like a kind of sinister face like
Yeah.
Isabel has at times. It's like yeah, okay, I don't want to get on her tsundere side.
Almost like she could be a mum herself in the future.
Yeah. What do you mean?
What? Are you saying that's spoilers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or are they? I haven't finished watching the seasons yet. Alright, so Dawn and Gilda are on a hill just standing there. Dawn
They're
wants
just
to
standing
save
there, menacingly.
Get out of there! Dawn wants to save Connie as soon as possible, but Gilda is a little hesitant, and I think she knows that Connie might not be alive, or suspects it.
Yeah, Gilda's a bit of a smart cookie.
Yeah. At night, Emma and Gilda have a meeting with the others and tell them that they have been observing Mama Isabella and discovered that she disappears every night at 8 p.m. Where does she go?
Hmm.
Nobody knows. Well, Ray does.
Where she goes,
It's the
nobody
room.
knows.
It's the room that was in the previous episode where Mama Isabella was talking to Grandmother on the radio.
Yeah,
Dawn
this show
wants
is
to,
really good at setting things up for
yeah.
itself.
Dawn wants to use the radio to call for help, but the others disagree, saying it's a bad idea. When Dawn and Gilda go to prepare dinner, Dawn slips off to find the hidden room, not listening to Gilda's protest. Dawn can't find the hidden room, but Gilda does, sliding the bookcase aside like a glass door. The episode ends with the two finding the door locked, so it's like a door behind the bookcase, and
Yeah.
the door that they entered through begins to slowly open, and you see Dawn and Gilda
Uh-oh.
like, oh shit, game
Before
over,
we get
man.
any further, I
Game
just want to
over.
note the episode title for this one. It was 301045. Do you have any guesses on why it's titled like that, Bailey?
Freezer.
There is a reason for why it's titled like that.
No, is it a date?
You got it.
Because I noticed that this one, episode 5's 301045, then you have episode 6, 311045.
Also, you could have figured it out if you noticed the calendar in, I think it was either episode 5 or 6. Because there's a calendar that shows the date. Because this anime takes place in 2045.
You don't say.
I do say. It actually is pretty wild, the fact that this anime technically takes place in the future for us.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on to the next episode. We're on Halloween Day, actually, in this episode. But yet, there's nothing Halloween that happens.
Skeletons and shivers down your spine.
Really?
Yeah, it's a good song. So the episode immediately picks up where the last ended. Don and Gilda are scared as the door opens, but it's just Phil. Sorry. He's playing hide and seek with Nalia and Eugene.
I think you
And
misspelled Nalia there. You put the
Nyla,
I
sorry.
wrong way around.
It's Nyla, isn't it? Naila.
No, Nalia.
Oh, okay, right.
You
Why do
you
I think
said it
Nyla?
correct, but you just spelled it wrong on the page.
Okay. So, Emma, Norman, and Ray discuss what they'll do once they get outside. So, the thing here is like the episode kind of goes back a little back a little into the past and then the present, and that's because it shows what Emma, Norman, and Ray were doing after after Dawn left the room. So, which will be explained here.
It's like showing things happening at the same time.
Yeah,
sort of
but
stuff.
from a different route. So the
Yeah.
group will need to become self-reliant once they're outside, but to do this, they need information on the outside world. Don bumps into Mama Isabella while running through the hall. Once he's away from her, he shows Gilda that he was able to swipe her key and has this weird ass smile. Yeah, that it is a weird ass smile on his
Just sort of
face.
like a shitty grin.
Yeah. We then see Mama Isabella's face frown, and me thinks she knows her key is missing and who took it.
Yeah, she sort of. It's like she's got a good sense of like when something's missing, and we do find out later exactly how she can tell.
Yeah. And so this is where it kind of splits here when between Emma, Norman, Ray, and Don and Gilda. The
So we got the
the
two
time
groups
happens
going off doing to do their own things.
at the same time, but it goes back and forth. But I decided to split them into two categories here.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So Don and Gilda enter Mum's secret room behind the bookshelf and find a trap door. The two go down it because there's a ladder,
Yeah.
and they find a room full of toys. One of them is Connie's bunny, and like I've seen all the toys, and it's never mentioned how many children were given to the demons, right?
So it's a shipment like every 2 months.
Yeah, but it's never said like the shipment's not always the same, is it? Sometimes it's one child, and other times it's more children.
It's usually one child,
Because
unless
then if you, because
mm,
sorry, what? Unless what?
uh, I yeah, it's not clear on how many at once. Like the whole Emma Ray Norman thing is a big exception because they're like the highest quality ever produced.
So it's yeah, and that's what was it called? Yeah, because all the toys down there, if each toy, because Connie's bunny is full of is with a bunch of children's toys, and if
Yeah.
each toy belongs to one child, then that's a lot. Then we got like over a dozen children have been sacrificed so far.
No, it's more than a dozen. It's at least like 3 dozen or 4 dozen.
Yeah, I said over a dozen toys.
I would say over 4 dozen toys. So it's like just to really pad the numbers there.
Yeah. Yeah. So where was I? They
Yeah.
then find the radio room Mama Isabella was using a few episodes prior. The two then hear her upstairs telling Phil she'll be right back. Mama Isabella knows someone is in her secret room, but not who. So she waits for the person to leave so she can catch them, and you can see her just staring at the bookcase. Pretty nice.
Yeah. No, you sort of got a bit wrong with your note. Eugene, like how Eugene enters the room, he's the one holding the key and hands it back to her.
Yeah, and she's shocked, and it's like that part confused me. It's like how did they use the key to open the door? It's like how did shouldn't they still have the key on them? That's what kind of confused me.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
Eugene's a male character.
yeah. That why does it put she? It should be he. I don't know. Maybe it's my board that's messing up.
So yeah.
Uh,
Meanwhile, like while Don and Gilda was doing their dumb mission, the smart people are doing are in the library doing some reading.
yeah.
Reading of
Emma
Morse
shows
code, that is.
yeah. Emma shows Norman and Ray a book by Will I Am Minerva, and
Really, you
it's
gonna
actually
make a
William.
singer reference there?
Yeah. Oh, you know what's funny? Speaking of Will I Am, you know Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
That's not his real name.
I'm sorry, what?
It's that's not his real name. It's William Bradley Pitt.
Oh, eh.
Yeah, but that's his Hollywood name, Brad Pitt.
Hey, if he chose to go by that, that actually work. That actually sounds a lot better than William Pitt or Will Pitt.
Yeah.
Especially Will Pitt. It's like, hmm.
I will pit you. Alright,
All I can think of is just like the Pitt maneuver now.
yeah. A lot of the books by William Minerva have Morse codes, all except one. And you can tell by the Morse codes there's like a little book symbol
Yeah,
thing,
it's like a
and
picture of an
it has a
owl in a
circle.
circle, but the
Yeah, and
circle is like
sometimes
broken up.
yeah, into certain parts. But one book isn't. And Emma thinks that that book, the one that isn't broken up,
Is really
she
important.
thinks it. Yeah, and with another one that has Morse code on it, and one of the Morse codes you can see it's got like the word promised on it,
Yeah.
and I think that's meant to be Promised Neverland. That's like, is that right? The title of the anime, Promised Neverland. That's what they're gonna have to find, the Promised Neverland.
No.
Okay. Um. So, where was I? When Emma, Norman, and Ray show up for dinner, they can't find Don and Gilda. They realize they have gone to Mama Isabella's secret room and rush off to go get them. But Don and Gilda showed up just seconds later, with Don demanding to know what's really going on.
Uh-oh.
At,
The secrets are about to come out.
at night, the gang is in the dining room, and Don and Gilda are told the truth. Don is angry about the lies and punches Norman and Ray in the face, and he's got a good hook on him.
Yeah, he has a
I didn't
solid right
expect that.
hook.
Yeah, I didn't expect that from him.
Or is
And
it a
he
left
almost
hook?
punched. Pretty sure it's a right one. No, wait.
Are you
No, it
actually
might be
looking at the
left.
clip?
No, I'm pretty sure it was left. And almost punches Emma too, but stops himself. He tells Emma that while he, Gilda, and everyone else aren't as smart as her, Norman, and Ray, that doesn't mean they are a burden. He then leaves the dining room and goes outside. Gilda
Yeah.
catches up with him and sees him crying, saying he's upset that he couldn't help Connie and the others and feels weak. Emma, Norman, and Ray apologize, and Ray feels like the gang is being watched. Like,
Well, we get like the creeper cam, so.
yeah, like the Jason music. Yeah. Emma and Norman are doing chores, and Emma is happy that they finally told Don and Gilda the truth. They are now 1 week away from the Great Escape. Norman goes to his.
That's not a Great Escape theme at all.
That's Indiana Jones.
I
The
know.
boulder.
I don't know.
Norman goes to.
Oh, it's like the. I was like,
Dun, 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 dun,
the.
dun, dun, dun,
No, that's Indiana
dun, dun,
Jones.
dun. Yeah. Dun, dun,
I was trying to think
dun,
of
dun.
the Great Escape theme.
Oh, I don't even know what the Great Escape is. I just know the reference.
It's like a movie set in 1940s or something like that. It's
I'll
like
tell you
how.
what's a Great Escape. Shawshank Redemption.
Well, I'd say that one is pretty shit.
Yeah, literally.
I know,
When
that's
he
why I said
falls
it.
through the sewage pipe.
So yeah, Norman goes to his room where his hidden stash is, and finds Ray left him some supplies. So
How did
Ray
Ray
knows
find
about
his
the
secret
secret spot.
stash? Yeah, he found it. He was crafty.
Yeah. Norman then bumps into Don and Gilda as he's leaving the room. And like, so Don did what he was asked and stole detergent and herbicide. I don't know what exactly that's for. Meanwhile, we got Rage hanging out with Isabella, getting his face healed up from getting punched by Don, but he plays it off as being punched by Norman. He also mentions that Norman's been collecting stuff to use in the escape.
Because Mama Isabella would give him things for his good behavior. So he's
Yeah.
been specifically asking for certain items.
Yeah. So Isabella tells Ray that there will be no regular shipment next month. So the next shipment will be in January, which is when. Are you sure that's Norman's birthday? Because he says it's
No, it
Ray's.
should be Ray's. Yeah, it should be Ray's. That's a typo, my bad.
Good thing I'm here to keep you on your toes, aren't I?
Yeah. So the episode ends with Sister Crone showing up in the woods.
Just so we know, the shipment. There's going to be a shipment within the week. I think it was.
Yeah,
there
and
was a shipment coming up because they changed. The plan was changed around.
yeah, and Ray's getting on that boat. He's going. Like, the Greek mythology. You got that guy, the Undertaker or whatever his name is, and he rows the boat for the souls of the damned.
So episode 6 ends with Sister Crone showing up in the woods just out of nowhere. And it's like, rather than wanting to turn them in, she wants to help them and take over the place.
Obviously, to further her own agenda.
Which is taking over the place, basically.
Yeah.
Ow, I just smacked my crotch.
Ow.
And it hurt.
That's not good. So episode 7.
Episode 7.
011105.
We're in the 1st of November.
Sister Crone tells Emma, Norman, Don, and Gilda of the fact she wants to get rid of Isabella and take her place as mum of the house. She also reveals she used to be one of the children on the farm, and I found that quite interesting.
Sister Crone is going to be way more of an important character than we thought.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder, because I haven't watched the entire season. Like, I watch them when we do the notes, or before. When I do the notes, I always watch the episodes while writing in the notes.
Yeah.
Or if you're doing the notes, I wait till like a day before so I can watch everything in one go and remember it.
Okay.
So I don't know if Mama Isabella is she one of the children who became a mama, because Sister Crone explains how girls can survive without escaping. If they survive to 12 years old, but the other choice is that they have to aim to become a mum. Mums are also prisoners on the farms with electrical current chips that stop their heart if they try to escape.
Yeah, and like Sister Crone actually shows the scars of where.
Yeah, and we get a flashback, and you see, and in the flashback you see like I just love that where it's like Spot the main protagonist, and there's like a bunch of kids, and they're like faded out in black and white, and they're it's like got a black thing across their face, like a black shadow across their eyes.
Yeah.
But then you just see Sister Crone just sitting there, just standing there in full color. Because like, you remember a few episodes ago where the kids are playing tag, and Sister and Crone is chasing after Emma when she's carrying the two kids.
Yeah.
Makes you think, what training did she have to undergo to move that fast? Because I thought she was a demon in disguise. But if she's just human, it's like, shit, that's some, like, Captain America stuff going on there.
Yeah, and all the mums are trained like that. All the mums.
Yeah. Yeah. So Emma asks Sister Crone how they can trust her, and she says, if Ray tells Isabella of her involvement, they can crush her. If she tells Isabella that Ray's a triple agent, she can crush him.
Kinky.
Sister Crone invites them to her room to get more information only she knows about. And Norman figures...
Like, Norman's like,
sorry, what?
I wanted to take some notes here. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
So Norman figures out she's just trying to help them to get more information for them to get shipped out. And Sister Crone can't ship them out because she doesn't have the authority to.
Yeah.
So they do plan to use her to get any potential information, but they actually ask, like later on we see them ask questions to answers they already know. Like, did that make sense?
Yeah. She's like learning about how much information they know.
Yeah.
And it's quite interesting what she does. It's like it reminds me of because she can tell that they're lying based off their body language. And it reminds me of that old show. Have you ever seen Lie to Me?
No.
Um, what the show was about was this guy's like a lie detector. Like he studies the human body, like, and he looks for signs to see when a person is lying.
Yeah.
And and they actually got a real person, like a real detective, whatever they are. I don't know the proper
Lie
term.
detector.
Yeah, like a human lie detector to judge the show, and he'd give support on what they had to do in the show. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So yeah, it just made me think of that for some reason. Well,
So,
not for some reason, just for the
so
reason
yeah,
I stated.
before we get to that, the probably one of the best scenes of the episode, we get to see Isabella picking up a box that was dropped off at the gate, and she opens it to find some sort of book/box thing. I don't know exactly what it was, but there's also a letter sitting in it as well. And that letter, we find out later, is addressed to Sister Crone.
What does that letter say? Well, we'll find out soon enough.
Yep. But first, we're going to get through this epic, probably the best episode, a scene in the episode where Aaron and Norman go to talk to Sister Crone about everything from the tracking devices to like the location of it, all that stuff. And Sister Crone is even like willing to give them the key to get into the medical room, and a lesson to on how to use it. Also, we get confirmation of ages for the mums.
Yeah, so Crone is 26 and Isabella is 31.
So yeah, this farm has to be have to have been around since at least 2014.
Yeah. And it's also considered to be the best farm where you can get the best meat.
Yeah. Also, I remember the book that they were talking about. Like they mentioned, one book was from 2015.
When was this?
Where in the same scene where they were talking about the Morse code.
Yeah. Well, go on.
I just wanted to note that as a thing. Like, where was this book written? You know?
Yeah, I have no idea. But I bet you do.
Oh,
Please
I do.
enlighten
I've
me.
seen season 2.
Not me.
I might have given a small hint to what season 2 is about there.
You monster.
Hey,
They should
don't
call you this.
worry. You already have plenty of hints to figure out what's going on.
I'm not that bright. You know that.
Yeah, we all know that. So yeah, we find out there's more than one plant at Gracefield. There is also humans that live outside the walls that bring food and clothes. We got there's the question about the demons, security, and how there's not much to talk about. And then they just stop.
Well, not much to talk about. They certainly talk a lot.
Well, there wasn't much information Crone could give.
Yeah. You think they'd ask, what's the facility? Like, what was the process in you becoming a mom? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, Sister Crone figures out just based on body appearance, like how they're behaving, that they already knew where the tracking devices were, because like they didn't check the ear on the moment it was mentioned.
Because it's like, sometimes if it's something shocking, you don't automatically put your hand, like, on your face or
Yeah.
something. But not those two, and that's how she caught him.
Also, Emma and Norman get a bit of another surprise when Sister Crone's like, "I'll tell you about him on your next visit."
Voldemort.
I mean,
He who must not be named.
yeah.
You know it's Voldemort, not Voldemort.
No, it's for Voldemorty.
Now it's Voldemort because the word is French, but the T is silent. But J.K. Rowling was just
Bailey.
like, ah, forget it.
You're missing the reference.
Voldemort. Oh,
Morty.
Voldemoriarty.
No, I was saying Voldemorty.
Oh, like Rick and Morty.
There you go.
Oh, jeez.
Also, I just realized I made a typo.
You made a boo boo.
Yeah.
That's my job.
So yeah. So we find out that Isabella got Ray a Polaroid camera as his reward for helping her spy, and it's his last
Just like
ever
Max
reward.
Caulfield.
What was that?
Just like Max Caulfield.
Except he does not know how to take a photo, really. You're supposed to shake the photo, Ray. You shake the photo to make the image appear. I'm right, am I?
Yeah, after you take a picture, you gotta shake it.
He does not shake it, he just holds it and then it appears.
Yeah.
That is so dumb, isn't it?
Yeah. Never actually used a Polaroid camera, so if I was in his position using it for the first time, I probably wouldn't know you'd have to shake the photo.
The instruction on the camera just says, shake well after use.
I'd be like, you idiot, how did you miss that?
Just imagine if a camera, like a Polaroid camera, did say that. It's just like, shake well after use. And then someone just shakes the camera.
Shaken, not stirred.
Someone just, instead of shaking the photo, they shake the whole Polaroid camera.
Like a snow globe.
Anyways, so yeah, midnight rolls around, making it the end of October 1st, 2045. Not October 1st, I mistyped the month. And we find out something's about to happen.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen in 24 hours?
Well, we know. Does the audience know?
No. Because unless they went and watched it before the podcast, or if they watched the first episode and then decide, I'm going to watch it. So yeah, the investigation into what's beyond the wall is about to begin. Ray is going to be the distraction for Isabella. Emma and Norman are running to the wall to investigate it. And secondary characters, Don and Gilda, the scout, it's like they're watching for any signal that's gone wrong and chase and like go warn Emma and Norman. So Ray decides he's gonna take he takes another Polaroid picture of Emma and Norman after Norman asks if he's figured out how to break the trackers yet. And he takes one last Polaroid and hands Norman the camera, saying he could use it to break the trackers.
Yeah. Well, not the camera itself, but the parts inside.
Yeah. Yeah, Ray's the mechanic of the group. So you got Norman, the book smart character. You got Ray, the mechanic, and then you got Emma, the kind. Am I wrong on that? So yeah, we cut to another scene with Sister Crone, and she's like, she wonders why Emma and Norman pretended not to know about the trackers and everything else, how they found out, and if they have a special tool to do such a thing, to break the trackers. And she figures that tool will be the reliable evidence she needs. So while everyone's getting ready for dinner, I think it was.
Yeah, dinner.
Sister Crone goes and checks Ray's bed for any evidence.
So it's meant to be Norman's, I think.
No, it actually is Ray's. You see her looking in Ray's bed.
Oh, okay.
Because like Ray's like the one that would have the tool because he's the tech person. So she's looking for evidence to get rid of Isabella because like if she finds it and Isabella doesn't, it makes Isabella look like she's doing a terrible job of being a mum. And Phil walks past and asks what she's doing. She's like, just cleaning the floors. And Phil's like, okay, and just walks away.
Alright. Yeah.
She then finds the note. That it reveals the plan. I put plan in quotation marks because it's not really the plan. It's just like evidence of a plan. Yeah. And she's like run off to her room to think about it. And then Isabella shows up with the letter that we saw in the box. And a letter opener. And that's how we end episode 7.
Yeah, and you see, no, what happened was Sister Crone looks at the letter.
Well, she hasn't opened it yet.
I'm pretty sure she did open it at the end of the episode. But we don't know what's on it till the next episode.
Yeah. The next episode being 02/11/45. Or the 2nd of November, 2045.
Alright, am I going or are you still going?
You can go.
Alright, so Sister Crone the reason she has this look of horror on her face when she reads the letter is because she's being appointed mum of Plant 4. Grandma is waiting at the gate to take her back to headquarters. Sister Crone sees this as Isabella wanting to get rid of her because Crone wanted to take over Isabella's spot because
Yeah.
it's like the best place to be.
It's the plant with the best food.
Yeah. It makes you wonder what the hell do these other plants look like.
Yeah.
Um,
So
Sister
yeah,
Crone goes.
you go.
Sister Crone goes to the gate to meet Grandma and gives the note she found to her. In the end, it doesn't work. We
Yep,
see a
she's gonna
moment,
die.
yeah, and we actually get a flashback, and it's not really a flashback. It's literally her life is flashing before her eyes
Yep.
as she's being attacked by a demon.
Which
So
is this is actually really good information as well
yeah,
for
we
future
see a
reference.
yeah. We see a moment of when Grandma was a mum, meaning this operation goes back even further, like the 1990s or even further to the 1970s.
Because like grandma, you can be like, is grandma's like 50 all the way up to 70 or 80 even.
Mhm.
It's like
Sister Crone realizes, sorry, what?
grandma could be a really old age, can't
Yeah,
they?
or it could be instead of her being a grandma, it could just be a title.
No, it's that's sort of what it is. It's a title. Like she was a mum, and then
Yeah.
as she got older, she got the title of grandma.
Oh my God, don't you tell me that Emma's going to become the new grandma.
No,
Okay.
in fact, it you're not gonna expect what's gonna happen in season 2.
I have a few ideas.
No, you literally won't be able to predict it.
We shall see.
Okay, well, once you find a new character, stop watching it and try and predict what happens to the character.
Okay.
So we get another mini flashback for Sister Crone to when she was a kid, and she found the doll that she has.
Yeah, and that doll, it's like brand new, whereas now it's all wear and
It,
tear.
it its head falls off. Like she did throw it against the roof while as an adult, and against the
Yeah.
wall as well.
Yeah, that poor doll, it did nothing wrong.
We get to see the mum training or like the tests that they do,
And
and
then one of them's martial arts.
yeah. Also, just gonna note, the tests are handwritten for this one, and not the barcode style that we see
What
the
do you
kids
mean?
going through. Uh,
Oh
but
wait, no, I get it now. Yeah.
yeah, it's like scan thing. It could just be a situation of like technology, for all I know. But for Sister Crone, she would, if she was like maybe 16 in the time that we see her doing the tests,
Yeah,
that would have been
she was
in.
probably older than Emma, I think.
Yeah, she's like, I'd say like late teenager age. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Maybe even 20s. I don't know. But it'd be in the time period where there actually would be technology to actually, like, write stuff down.
yeah.
Or, no, not write stuff down, like, type stuff up. Uh, we also see the pen Sister Crone gets that we saw earlier in the episode as well. She was messing around with a pen earlier, and she decided to hide the pen and the one of the boxes in what actually ends up being Norman's drawer.
Poor Norman.
So yeah, so Norman. So like now they have a pen and a box. Keep an eye on that pen, by the way, Bailey.
Which pen is it?
The sort of checkered pen.
Ah, yeah.
You know which pen I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
That pen actually is really important to the plot in season 2.
Really?
Yes. Not for what you think, though. So yeah, Sister Crone is finally grabbed and stabbed with the flower. And we find out that the flower does actually suck the life out of you.
It's not really like, I wouldn't say it's a flower. It's more like it looks like a pin. And when you stab it, it soaks up the blood.
Well,
Then it makes flowers. I'd say it's more like it reminds me of biotechnology. You know what biotechnology
I think
is?
it's supposed to be flowers. Like they start off as white, and then as they suck out the blood, they turn red. So yeah. Anyways, we see Ray and Isabella going to switch out the chemicals to prevent the fake escape plan from happening. And Isabella admits to getting Sister Crone eliminated, her exact word there, from the house, and also life. I tried to be a bit humorous like you, Bailey. Am I doing a good job?
Student has become the master.
I'm not trying to do it as much as you do it, though, because when you do it, you go overboard.
Yeah, I'm the comedy genius.
Yeah, right. You're not a comedy genius. The people on whose lines it anyway are comedy geniuses.
I'm the genuine bona fide article on what not to do.
And she also ends the deal with Ray, because she knows he was lying to her the whole time, and she closes him in the room that Sister Crone was staying in. So that's not good, isn't it?
Oh god damn it, Ray! You have to get out of there.
And Isabella looks at her tracker device, and it can immediately tell that it's Emma and Norman running through the woods based on running speed alone.
Yeah, but I gotta say it's pretty smart because it's made clear by Sister Crone that the trackers can't tell who the person is, but only where they are. So the fact that she was able to figure that out is pretty smart.
Yeah. Especially with what we were shown as the thing. It's not that obvious.
Yeah.
So yeah, Isabella so Ray tries to break down the door, and Don runs inside to find out what the hell is going on. Don smashes the door down.
Pretty tough too.
Yeah, it'd be pretty hard to smash a wooden door off its hinges. And he does it in one go. Clearly you could say Don's the the muscle. Don's the muscle of the group. And Gilda is the shy one of the group, the basket case. So yeah, Don, Ray, and Gilda go and chase after Isabella to enforce the investigation. They're going to enforce it, so like Emma and Norman can do it. And speaking of inspection, we see Emma retrieve the bag of rope from the tree, but all of a sudden, Emma and Norman sense a presence, and she just tosses the bag into the forest.
They sense a disturbance in the force,
and we find out what that disturbance is. It's Mum, and she's not doing the mum thing anymore.
You know, she's done with the act.
Yeah, she wants the two of them to stop resisting their fates.
It's like, oh, I'll treat you extra good.
I'll make sure you are really good when you die.
Yeah, before you become a lamb to the slaughter.
So yeah, and this leads into what we were talking about a bit ago, when Emma charges Isabella for Norman to have a chance to see beyond the wall. And
yeah, and then you hear this like crunching sound, and I was like, did Isabella break her neck? And it's like, no, what happened was she broke her leg.
Right at the knee.
Yeah. And it's like, it's okay. I'm gonna bandage it up. And
yeah, it's a temporary splint thing. And Norman is to be shipped out tomorrow. Dun dun dun!
It's like, what?
We thought it was going to be Ray, but it turns out Norman's going.
It's like, how can you do this?
How could you betray us like this?
I can just picture that scene from Star Wars where Anakin's denied the rank of Master. How can you do this? This is unheard of.
You're supposed to join the Sith, not... You're supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them.
Not that part. That part where it's like, we welcome you on the council, but we don't make you Jedi Master. This is absurd. It's an outrage. Have you seen that meme?
No.
It's like, we let you sit on the council, but we do not grant you the title of Master. Unfortunately, it's a stupid ass decision, and I've elected to ignore it. Take a seat, Master Skywalker. Because it's like Anakin uses a Jedi mind trick on him.
Anyways, we better wrap this up. We've done our 4 episodes. Anyways, keep talking at the same time.
Sorry, you wanna go?
Do you have anything to say first?
Yeah, I was gonna say at the end we see her carrying we see her carrying
No, that's the next episode we see.
No, at the end we see her carry Emma.
Oh yeah, it is at the end of the episode, yeah. Anyways, links will be in the description to both of my channels and all of Bailey's channels. Do you have your horror one up yet?
Not yet, but soon.
So there'll only be 2 channels there then. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know next video comes out. A ding, a ding, a ding, a ding.
Dong, dong, dong.
I'm the Mad Scientist. Mad Scientist out.